y'all. My 1 week review. I got my 600 miles broken in. Technically it wasn't 1 week, it was more like 2 since I purchased the bike to get my 600 miles. But as you can see, what am I at? 603 right now. And yep, I got that first service, that first oil change knocked out of the way. That was a nice Hellcat. Granted, I didn't stay below 6,000 the whole entire break-in. Some of it by accident, not knowing my actual speed, because it was, like I always say, that smooth, even creeping into those higher speed. I did a lot of highway miles on this baby, because that's where I feel like where this bike is meant to be, and that's planted out on the road, doing some distances. And man, cruising on this thing at highway speeds, phenomenal. I mean, for me, it felt like doing 70 was going slow on this thing. It just cuts through the wind like a hot butter through knife, or a hot knife through butter. I said that completely backwards. I ain't even edited that. But the gas mileage has been great. That's one big surprise I like about it. The power still has been surprising me. And I've been keeping it in medium mode, so I'm like, holy smokes, it's pulling. It feels like when you go full throttle in this thing, like it just wants to pull all day. Like there's no end to the cap of how far it'll pull. Granted, I haven't, got to the actual top speed on this bike yet, so there's no telling how that pull is gonna be once I can get up there. That's gonna be nice. But as far as ergos go, like ergonomics, still very comfortable. After about 2 hours of, I did like, let me see, one day I did about 5 hours on the bike, and after about 2 hours, I wanted to stand up, just give my little bum a rest. But it wasn't nothing like, when I first got the FZ, where when you sit on that thing, you felt like you're sitting on a wooden board all day, and man, you're paying for it the whole day. This one, no man, like it's still pretty comfortable for a stock seat. No complaints, man. Be able to ride 5 hours and get off and still be able to walk correctly. I like that. Another thing too, man, taking corners and turns, like to me it feels very predictable. Like when you lean into a corner or into a curve, man, like as long as you're paying attention, you know what the bike's gonna do. There's no real crazy surprises. One thing I noticed that I didn't really care for too much, and that was the stock tires when it was raining. Because when I took the bike home, it was pouring, and I noticed at a couple spots there was a little sketchiness going on. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, oh man, I need to pull over and get off, but it wasn't like my other bikes, like the Ducati, where that thing, when it was raining, that thing's glued to the road. And those are Pirellis I'm running on there. This one has Bridgestone's S21s, and according to the forums, Kawasaki cheaped out a little bit on the stock tires, so the tread wear isn't the best, and neither is the traction in wet roads. So I kind of noticed that, man. Thank God for traction control, because it's doing its job. And brakes on this thing have been phenomenal. Kawasaki did a great job. At first, I'm used to the Brembo brakes on the Ducati, and I'm like, man, those are gonna beat these. But no, these are really good at stopping this big behemoth. I almost ran into an incident yesterday where I damn near hit a deer, or well, I was close, but luckily this bike being so great as it is with stopping and maneuvering, I didn't even come close. I saw it with the bright crazy headlight this thing has. It has a nice wide pattern, unlike some bikes where you could just pretty much see right in front of you. No, this guy's good angling on the right and left, so I was able to see that deer walking from the ditch right into the road, which gave me enough time to pump the brake. And I also feel that it's, like I said before, very well refined. Like I could do a crap ton of miles on this bike and not have any issues. Now I see why they call it a sports tour, because it's comfortable, and when you get the panniers or the saddlebags or whatever they want to call them, you could definitely take this baby for a 1,000-mile road trip and do it comfortably, as long as it's not raining and freezing the whole trip. Also, On full power, I like riding I actually prefer riding in medium, because on full power, to me, it's a little bit jerky. Even when you're going into curves, like when you're coming out of a curve and you go on the throttle, man, you get that little weird jerk, kind of like the FZ did when you put it in B mode. It's a little bit unpredictable. I like the smoothability of, is that even a word? Whatever. I like the smoothability of medium mode more so than full power mode. But full power mode is great for when you get on the highway, but shoot, I've noticed in medium, when I go full throttle, I'm still going crazy. Even in 6th gear, that thing will pull like you would think it's on full. I had to check one time I was pulling it on full power or on medium mode in 6th gear, and I was like, am I in full power? Because that thing, it pulled ridiculous. I mean, like I say, it's just like there's no end in sight. All right, let me pull over real quick. We can go over the bike real quick. Leave her running for a hot minute. But there she is, y'all, in the flesh. The Super Touring Ninja H2 SX SE in all her high-powered glory. I hope y'all can see how that paint is sparkling right now, man. With that sunlight on the back, that paint is looking real good. So this is what I was talking about, man. It's bigger than the H2. When I pulled up to a Kawasaki dealer, one of the guys was like, hey man, what's different with this bike than the regular H2? And I said everything, pretty much everything's different. The frame's different, it's stiffer to handle a pillion. The motor's got different, I mean the motor is the same motor, but they reworked the camshaft, they reworked the pistons, they got a different size propeller in the supercharger for more torque and better fuel economy. It's actually a little bit longer than the regular H2. I mean, you got heated grips, boom, you got cruise control. The regular H2 don't have that. You got a beautiful TFT display. You have stock extra tall windscreen, and you got these beautiful cornering lights, which these lights at nighttime are not a gimmick. They actually help, especially when you're doing a turn you can't see into that turn. The more you lean, the more those lights light up. I love that at night. At first I was like, wait a minute, it took me off guard because I forgot they were there, and then I noticed, oh snaps, this light is phenomenal. But yeah guys, it's like I say, very comfortable with this seat. I put my wife on the back and she liked it a lot as well. She was like, I feel really well planted back here and I don't feel like I'm gonna fly off like on some of my other bikes. Her feeding position is not too bad. She's only 5'2", so I don't have to really drop those down any lower, but it's smooth. Even standing right here, there's not crazy heat kicking out of it, so I love that, because like right now it's every bit of almost 91 out, and if I was in my Ducati, like I said, I'd be like a little egg on the stove right now. I'd be well done right now. But nah, it's beautiful, no complaints. There's a few things I don't like, but I won't go into details about that. I'll make a separate video going over, you know, my likes and dislikes. I just want to give you guys a quick break, or quick 1 week to 2 week review, initial impressions, or whatever you want to call it. Remember, I am not a professional. I'm just a guy on a motorcycle telling you how it's like. If you're interested in this one, man, I'm just giving you my honest opinion, and what you do with it is up to you.